Sexual discipline might save you if you watch porn and all are chasing women and all are on OnlyFans and all are promiscuous. You could so easily ruin your life, lead yourself to your own demise. Why? Let's say you just watch porn. If you just watch porn a few times a day or a few times a week, does not really matter because you are training your mind to be addicted to a screen, seeing people have sex. Which means that if you are in a real situation with a woman, you will have erectile dysfunction because being aroused through porn is not the same as being aroused by a woman in real life. You will have an inability to perform in real life, which obviously could cause problems in your relationship and also will cause problems being intimate with a woman you want to build something with. Your brain translates to what happens in your body. It's not your fault. It's not like you don't want to be with that woman or don't want to build something with her, but the fact that you watch so much porn will destroy your ability to be in a relationship, more specifically to be intimate in real life. But if you're constantly chasing women, it takes time, energy, money. Not necessarily money in the sense that you need to be rich to have a woman, but in the sense that you will spend money on dates, apps while chasing women. It could so easily ruin your potential because you are wasting all that precious sexual energy chasing women. And OnlyFans, it goes without saying, those parent relationships from OnlyFans are not real. Newcomers on OnlyFans can be the ones talking to you, but most of the time, the woman who have a lot of followers will hire someone else. Probably in the Philippines, they will delegate this task to someone else to talk. You are talking to a man writing what you want to hear after you tip. So that so easily could ruin your brain and your body because it will ruin you financially, but not only financially, but also because you are having this sense of intimacy. It would ruin your ability to have intimacy with women in real life. OnlyFans is kind of a perfect cocktail of destruction. Now you understand why sexual discipline is so important for men. Because if you were to be a little bit more sexually disciplined, you will not jump into bed with all women. You would not watch porn. You would not be on OnlyFans because you understand that those two things are highly destructive, even if you consume them in moderation. But I don't want to be too extremist because yes, you could watch porn, yes, you could be on OnlyFans, and you could be quote unquote okay. But the problem with not having the discipline is that you are leaving a lot on the table in the sense of your potential. Because if you are a sexually disciplined man and not chasing women constantly, you have one woman all by yourself, or you're putting women aside for a time in your life. You are not on OnlyFans, you are not watching porn, you are on a semen retention streak, you practice a little bit of celibacy, chastity. The things you could achieve so much better than a person who is not sexually disciplined. What I want for myself and all men is to have a sense of what sexual discipline means and what a sexually disciplined man could achieve. You could, as David Data would say, become a superior man, a spiritually sound, more masculine man. Because all of that stuff, chasing women, porn, OnlyFans, as I said in previous videos, toxic femininity. There's nothing wrong with femininity, but just as there is toxic masculinity, there's also toxic femininity. And I'm not talking toxic femininity because the woman have this toxic femininity. No, because we as men have both feminine and masculine traits. Enjoying small things, the weather, the company of a woman, intimacy is not bad, but it becomes toxic when you are chasing it constantly through porn, through OnlyFans, and through being promiscuous. And that is very important that we have a good balance of masculinity and femininity, not toxic masculinity and toxic femininity. That's all for today. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you